Good evening, everybody. Welcome to 2023 Brooklyn College Bulldog basketball here at the West Quad Gymnasium as the women Brooklyn College Bulldogs take on the CCNY Beavers. I am Pat Brown, bringing you all the action here live on YouTube.com. And Brooklyn College is trying to continue their unbeaten streak. They are 12-0 in conference play. CCNY comes in at 2-10, and they have been playing better as of late. Brooklyn College won the first game 105-44, but they're not even thinking about that first game. They're thinking about improving on what they've been doing over the course of the season, trying to hold on to the number one seed, possibly staying unbeaten, and going into the CUNYAC tournament with the first round bye, trying to get to their third straight conference championship. So Coach Alex Lang, I talked to him before the game, said, listen, being undefeated, yeah, that's nice. That's cool to have on the resume, but the bottom line is we want to get back to the championship game. We want to win the championship game 3 years in a row, go back to the NCAA tournament, and try and improve on last year's winning in the first round and moving on to the second. For CCNY, listen, it's a young team. They are trying to build their program back up, and they are going to put their best foot forward because guess what? You never count anybody out. Some people call this a trap game because you might be looking forward to the next game, but no, Coach Lang said he's not looking for anybody. He's thinking about this game, these 4 quarters, this team right now, and they're ready to do what they need to do to continue on their winning streak. Unfortunately, we have a sour note to tell you. The freshman from New Dope High School, number 10, Dior Dorsey, she is not here tonight. Unfortunately, she had a death in the family of her grandfather, so our condolences go out to her and her family, as well as the Brooklyn College alum here at Brooklyn College to let her know that we are all rooting for her and praying for her and her family. So, as I said, CCNY comes to 2-10. They are led by the junior forward, number 33, Monet Lang. She scores 11.8 points a game, 13 rebounds. Number 5, Kasia Morrison, she scores 11.5. And Anna Vicato, she scores 11.1. They average scoring 44 points a game, giving up 69. And they shoot 23% from the field, 17 from three-point line, 64% from the free throw line. They get out-rebounded by 11, 49-38. And they turn the ball over 27 times a game. For Brooklyn College, again, they are 12-0. They had a hard-fought game against Hunter, and they were tied going into the fourth quarter, but then they strung it out. They won by 10, 73-63, to continue to be unbeaten. And another note is the senior guard, number 5, Gianna Gotti. She has surpassed 1,000 points in her college career. Congratulations to her. She's also the 4-time CUNY Player of the Week, 3-time NBC Division II, Division III Player of the Week as well, and she averages 26 points a game, along with Erica James, 13.2, and Nancy Pham, 7.5. Brooklyn College scores 80 points a game to 56. They shoot 40% from the field, 27 from three-point lane, and 71% from the free throw line. They out-rebound their opponents by 11. They get 28 turnovers a game to only 16, and they get 19 steals a game. Talking about steals, Gianna Gotti last year had 130 to lead the Division III. This year she has 128, and she's only 2 away from breaking her lead. We're going to take a pause for the playing of the national anthem. High School in Fall Rockaway, number 1, Deandra Craig. The 5'4" freshman guard from Brooklyn Collaborative High School in Brooklyn, number 2, Jocelyn Ramos. The 5'4" sophomore guard from Bathgate Educational Complex in the Bronx, number 5, Kasia Morrison. Then you have the junior 5'9" forward from Hyde Leadership Charter School in the Bronx, number 33, Monet Lang. And rounding up is the 5'9" forward from Fontbonne Home Academy in Brooklyn, number 12, Ronaldine Campar. Head coach is Varro Eddy in his first season. That is the starting lineups for the City College of New York Beavers. And now we have the starting lineups for your Brooklyn College Bulldogs. The 5'6" junior from Manhattan Center, Woodside, New York, number 1, Nancy Pham. The 5'10" senior from James Madison High School in Brooklyn, number 2, Sarah James. The 5'5" senior from Oyster Bay High School in Oyster Bay, New York, number 5, Gianna Gotti. 5'8" junior forward from Lab Museum High School in New York, number 11, Dasha Goodman. And the junior from James Madison High School in Brooklyn, number 32, Erica James. The head coach is Alex Lang in his 21st season. Assistant coaches Amelia Sedaris, Rocco Soletto, and Megan Campbell. The officials for tonight's game are Byron Arias, Deidre Chapman, and Pat DeForte. As they are ready to come on the court. Brooklyn College in their white jerseys with the burgundy number, gold trim, and CCNY in their black jerseys with white letters and numbers. CCNY will be going from right to left. Brooklyn will be going from left to right. There's the whistle. It's going to be Sarah James and Lang to jump. There it is, tipped, and it goes to Brooklyn College. Fam's going to bring it up. On the right side, gets to Gotti. Gotti lays it up and in, and she's fouled. So right away, Gotti goes to the hoop, puts it in, and gets the foul. Foul is on number 33, Lang. That's her first, the team's first. Gets the ball. Puts it up. And no good. Rebounded by number 1, Craig. So Craig brings the ball up, gives it to number 5, Morrison, into Lang. Lang under the basket to Campar. Campar puts it up. No good. Rebounded by Dasha Goodman. So Goodman gets it over to Gotti, and we have the whistle blows because the shot clock didn't reset. So they're going to have Brooklyn College inbound the ball just past the half-court mark as the shot clock has been reset to 26 seconds. So the ball is inbounded to Gotti at the top of the key. Swings it over to Erica James. Into the paint to Sarah James. Sarah James to Gotti, under the basket to Goodman, and knocked away, but she gets it back, puts it up to Pham. Over to Erica James. She's open. She shoots the 3. No good. Rebounded by Dasha Goodman. She brings it back out. Gets it over to Gotti. Gotti into the paint. Swings it over Erica James again. She shoots the 3, and it's good. Erica James with her first 3. She's trying to bounce back from a 2 for 14 showing, and the ball was thrown out of bounds, and it's going to stay CCNY ball. Erica James did not have a very good game against Hunter, and she's going to try and bounce right back, and she hits the first of her 2 shots. As Ramos has it top the key, gets it over to Morrison. Morrison to the paint. Back to Ramos, shoots the 3 and knocks it down. So Brooklyn College up 5-3 as Gotti quickly gets the ball up court, swings it over to Erica James, over to Pham into the corner. No good, but Dasha Goodman gets it back, and she is fouled by number 12, that is Campar. So that's the second and her first. 21 seconds on the shot clock to Erica James. Erica James in the corner, swings it back to the top of the key to Pham. Back to Erica James, goes baseline. Swings it up to Pham, top of the key, over to Gotti. Gotti on the wing, into the corner, Dasha Goodman. Dasha Goodman bounces, 8 on the shot clock. Ball's taken away, and Gotti has to put up the shot. She does, no good, and rebounded by Kampar. Kampar gets it over to Morrison. Morrison brings the ball up on the left side. Dribbles on the right side, Gets it up the corner, and almost stolen by Gotti. And you have a substitution come in right away for CCNY. That is number 22. That is Miss Sanate Douglas. She comes in for Kampar. So Morrison inbound the ball, gets it in to Ramos. Ramos back, goes, splits the double team, swings it all the way over, and stolen by Gotti. Gotti brings the ball up, down the middle of the court, swings over to Goodman. Goodman puts it up and in. Good feed there from Gotti to Goodman, and they're up 7-3 with 7:50 left to go in the opening quarter. Ball into Morrison, stolen by Pham. Pham going down the left side, puts it up, no good, but rebounded by Gotti, turns around, puts it back up and in. So Gianna Gotti with her basket makes it 9-3. Now it's Craig bringing up on the left side. Gets it over to Lang. Lang into the corner too, and she traveled. That was number 22, Douglas. 7:27 left to go in this opening quarter. Brooklyn College up 9-3. And timeout called by CCNY. That's their first timeout. As Gianna Gotti has 4 points. Goodman has 2, and Erica James has 3. And Gianna Gotti, as I told you in the pregame, has eclipsed 1,000 points in her college career. Congratulations to her. And congratulations to the whole Brooklyn College team. It's a 30-second timeout, so timeout's just about over. And CCNY will have the ball. I'm sorry, it's going to be Brooklyn College with the ball. They call timeout after the shot was missed. So Gotti over to Pham in the right wing. Swings the top of the key to Erica James. Erica James holds, swings it over to Goodman on the wing. Goodman into the paint, over to Pham, back to Goodman. Goodman for 3, no good, rebounded by Craig. Craig gets it over to Morrison. Swings it back over to Craig. Craig swings it over to Ramos. No good, rebounded by Sarah James. Sarah James quickly gets it to Gotti. Gotti swings it back over. Erica James goes baseline, puts it up, no good, and rebounded by Craig. Craig gets it over to Ramos. Ramos back to Craig, and we got a jump ball. Possession now is going to stay to CCNY. And we have Miss Kampar coming in for Douglas for the Beavers. Lang gets it in to Morrison. Morrison at the top of the key, double team, swings it over to Ramos. Ramos into the corner to Lang. Lang back to Morrison. Morrison in the corner, gets it over to Lang. Lang puts it up, no good. Got her own rebound, puts it up and in. So Lang makes her first basket off of the offensive rebound. It's now 9-5. Swings it over to Sarah James into Pham in the corner. Swings it back top of the key to Gotti. Gotti swings over to Erica James on the right side into the corner to Goodman. Over to Sarah James, puts it up, no good. Got her own rebound, put it back up and in. Sarah James got her own rebound and put it right back up. Brooklyn College up 11-5. Lang now gets it over to Morrison. Morrison on the half court, and she's going to be fouled by number 1, Nancy Pham. That's going to be her first and the team's first. So team has 1 foul, and CCNY has 2 team fouls. So Lang to inbound, gets it into Ramos. Ramos gets it back over to Lang. Lang spots in the corner to Craig. Craig goes baseline, gets it over to Kampar. but stolen by Erica James. Gets over to Gotti. Gotti on the right side. Puts it up. Ooh, we got a blocking foul on number 2, Ramos. That's her first, team's third, as Gotti will go to the line to shoot 2.
The City College foul, charge number 2, Jocelyn Ramos, our first.
So Gianna Gotti to attempt her second and third free throws of the opening quarter. Knocks down the first one. Gets the ball for the second one. And knocks it down, so Brooklyn College now has a 13-5 lead. Swings it over to Ramos. Ramos swings it back over. Oh, she threw it away. Stolen by Gotti, puts it up. Oh, no good, and rebounded by Lang. Lang's going to bring the ball up on the right side. Chased down by Erica James. Over to Ramos, and almost stolen by Goodman. But number 5, Morrison, keeps control, swings it over to Ramos. Ramos top of the key, into the paint, swings it over to Morrison for 3, no good. Rebounded by Craig. Craig keeps the ball back, gets over to Lang, gets over to Morrison. Morrison on the left side, back to Lang. Lang into the paint, puts it up, no good. Rebounded. Oh, it got knocked out by Goodman, so it's going to stay CCNY ball. Just under 5 minutes to go in the first quarter, 4:53 officially. And now they inbound it to Morrison. Morrison on the left side on the wing. Gets it to number 2, Ramos. Ramos now on the right side. Gets the dribble up, gets it to Lang. Lang over to Morrison. Morrison step back. Shot is up, no good. Rebounded by Erica James. Erica James brings the ball up, swings over to Nancy Pham. Swings it all the way over to Sarah James into the corner of Goodman. Goodman shoots a 12-footer and knocks it down. So Goodman has 4 points. Brooklyn College up by 10, 15-5. And now it is Ramos, double team, splits the double team, gets it to Lang. Lang over to Morrison. Morrison spots up the 3, but pulls it down. Gets it over to Craig. Craig, she double dribbled. So it's a turnover, and coming back into the game now is number 32. That is Ione Mays, the 5'2" freshman guard from Farris Academy in the Bronx. As Gotti going to bring the ball up, over to Erica James, over to Nancy Pham. Pham on the right side brings it back up to the top of the key, over to Gotti. Gotti shoots the 3 and knocks it down. So it's 18-5, 13-point lead for Brooklyn College. Craig brings the ball up, swings it back over to Lang. Lang gets around the defense, into the paint, over to Ramos. She pulls it back out, keeps a dribble, swings over to Morrison. Morrison shoots, no good, and rebounded by Gotti. Gotti pulls up the shot, no good, rebounded by Lang. Lang gets it over to number 5, Morrison, who brings it up on the middle of the court. Swings it over to Ramos. Ramos dribbles, gets it over to Ione. Picks it up and stolen by Gotti. Gotti finds Sarah James, over to Goodman. Goodman to Pham, back to Goodman, puts up the layup, no good. Rebounded by Mays. And gets it over to Morrison on the left side. And knocked out of bounds by Erica James. Is going to stay Beaver basketball. So now we have substitutions coming in as Aaliyah Rafat, Mary Dogan, Brianna Gutierrez, Sandra Diaz, and Castellano come in for Brooklyn. And number 22, Kampar, comes in for CCNY. Ramos gets it in, swings at the top of the key. Swings it over to Morrison. Morrison into the corner. Kampar shoots the 3. No good. Rebounded by Brianna Gutierrez. Gets it over to Diaz. Diaz, a nice feed to Rafat, but she missed the layup. Rebounded by Ramos. Ramos gets it up to Morrison. Morrison back to Ramos, top of the key. Swings it over to Craig. Craig into the paint. Puts up the shot. No good. Rebounded by Mary Dogan. Dogan gets it over to Diaz. Diaz on the right side, pulls it back, now at the top of the key. Finds an opening, into the paint, down to Rafat, and she's They say she stepped out of bounds, and it's going to be a turnover as the Beavers will get the basketball. 2 minutes, 13 seconds left to go in the opening quarter. Brooklyn College up 18-5. Craig's going to bring the ball up. Brooklyn College showing press. Gets over to Ramos. Ramos over to Morrison. Morrison back to Ramos. Ramos goes up for the layup. No good. Rebounded by Dogan. Ramos had an easy layup, but just too hard off the glass. Diaz, top of the key, swings it over to Castellano. Under and stolen by Compar. And it's going to be tipped, and Craig's going to maintain possession. Gets it into Ramos. Ramos back to Craig on the left side. Into Lang. Lang at the foul line. And puts up the layup. No good. Rebounded by Gutierrez. And we got a foul on the backcourt by number 22. That's Douglas. That's her first. The team's fourth. Now the ball's going to be inbounded to Diaz. 1.5 minutes left to go in the opening quarter. Diaz over to Castellano on the left side, over to Gutierrez. Gutierrez brings the ball back to the top of the key. Look, swings over to Castellano. Castellano back to the top of the key to Gutierrez. Into the paint, swings it over to Dogan. Dogan shoots, no good. And saved by Castellano, but she tried to save it and threw it right to Craig. Craig over to Morrison. Morrison pulls it back out, gives it back to Craig. Craig is going to be fouled by number 4, Diaz. That's going to be her first. The team's second with 1 minute, 2 seconds left to go in the quarter. Ramos to inbound the ball on the near court. Gets it into Morrison at the top of the key. Back over to Ramos. Ramos into the paint, and she traveled. So Brooklyn College will bring the ball up with 56.7 seconds left to go in the quarter, and Lang comes out, and number 12, Compar, comes in for the Beavers. So Diaz is going to bring the ball up. Pass half court, now at the top of the key. Swings it into Dogan. Dogan banks it off the glass and in. So Brooklyn College now up 20-5. And stolen by Diaz. Diaz puts it up, and she's fouled by, it's either going to be number 1 or number 5. We'll find out. It's going to be number 1. That's Craig. That's her first. And the team's fifth. And Brooklyn College is in the single bonus with 36.8 seconds left to go in the first quarter. And Sandra Diaz will go to the line to shoot 2. As Monet Lang goes to the scorer's table, getting ready to check in. And she is allowed in. And coming out will be Compar. So Diaz gets the ball. Takes a deep breath, puts up the shot, and knocks it down. Gets the ball for the second. Another deep breath, puts it up, and off the back, but rebounded by Aliyah Rafat, and she puts it back in for the basket. And Craig gets it over the top of the key to Morrison. Morrison shoots. No good. Rebounded by Gutierrez. Gutierrez now gets it over to Diaz. Shot clock is off. 15 seconds left to go in the quarter. Diaz over to Gutierrez. Gutierrez dribbles into the paint and taken away by Lang. 2-1, puts up the shot, but she's fouled on the shot by number 4, Diaz. That's going to be her second. The team's third with 0.6 seconds left to go in the quarter, and Lang is going to the line to shoot 2. Gets her the ball. Puts up the first, knocks it down. Puts up the second and does not get the roll. And she has one more coming because she was fouled on a 3-point attempt. And does not get the roll. Dogan gets a rebound, and that's the end of the first quarter. Brooklyn College up 23-6. So good opening quarter for the Bulldogs. Gianna Gotti has 9 points. Goodman has 4. Erica James has 3. Dogan has 2. Rafat has 2. And Sarah James has 2. For CCNY, Ramos has 3. Lang has 3. And that's their 6 points. At halftime, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to have an interview with 2 of the captains on the Brooklyn College cheerleading squad. And I'll have an interview with the assistant coach, Rocco Soletto. So at halftime, we will have both of those. 25 minutes following this game, it will be the men Bulldogs taking on the men Beavers. Brooklyn College coming off of breaking their 8-game losing streak, beating Hunter 99-83. The most points they scored all season, and held Hunter 21 points under their season average. It was an awesome game at the Hunter Arena Sportsplex. So we are getting ready to start the second quarter. Brooklyn College will start with the ball. The same 5 on the court: Dogan, Rafat, Castellano, Diaz, and Gutierrez. Morrison, Ramos, Craig, Lang, and Compar for the Beavers. So Diaz has the ball, top of the key, swings it over to Castellano, back to Diaz. Diaz, top of the key, over to Gutierrez, back top of the key to Diaz. Diaz into Dogan. Dogan puts up the shot and knocks it down. They said, we'll leave her alone, but she said, oh, you want to leave me alone? I'll put the ball in the basket. Ball over to Craig. Craig double team, swings it over to Morrison. Morrison holds down to Lang. Lang turns over to Craig. Craig puts up the shot, no good. Rebounded by Gutierrez. Gets it over to Diaz. Diaz under the basket to Dogan, puts it up and in, and the foul. Mary Dogan with the basket. Compar, number 12, with her second foul, and the team's first in the second quarter. Dogan to shoot 1 to complete the 3-point play, which she does. So now Lang gets the ball over to Morrison. Morrison goes and gets it over, and stolen by Gutierrez. Over to Diaz. Diaz by herself, puts up the layup, and in. So Brooklyn College with the press again, gets it over to Morrison, over to Craig. Craig on the left side, pulls it up, and stolen. It was tipped away by Mary Dogan, back to Diaz. Diaz into the paint, over to Dogan. Dogan shoots, no good, rebounded by Diaz. She's gonna pull the ball back out, reset the offense. She's at the top of the key, she shoots the 3, no good, rebounded by, it's going to say off of Lang, and it's going to stay Brooklyn College basketball. And coming in for the Beavers, the 5'8" freshman center from Medina High School in Brooklyn, Noor Emreich. As Castellano puts it up and in high off the glass. So Brooklyn College up 32-6. Now it's Ramos around the right side, pulls it back, swings it over to Morrison. Morrison pumps, sets, shoots the 3, and it's good. Morrison knocks down her first 3. It's now 32-9 as Diaz brings the ball up court. She's directing traffic, gets it over to Castellano. Castellano back to Diaz. Diaz into the paint, puts up the shot, no good, rebounded by Compar. Gets it over to Craig. Craig to Marcin for the three, no good. Rebounded by Gutierrez. Gutierrez, top of the key, swings over to Castellano. Castellano goes baseline, puts up the layup, no good. Rebounded by Craig. Gets away from the defense, goes for the layup, puts it up. Oh, it did not fall as Dogan got the rebound. Oh, the ball just hung right there on the side of the basket. Dogan spots up the three, no good. Rebounded by Gutierrez. She puts it back up, no good. Rafat tried to get the rebound, knocked it out of bounds. So substitutions come in as Erica James and Nancy Pham come in for Rafat and Castellano. And a timeout called by the Beavers. You're listening to Brooklyn College Bulldog Basketball on YouTube.com. I am Pat Brown bringing all the action. 7:14 left to go in the first half. Brooklyn College up 32-9. So as you see behind the scorers table are the Brooklyn College cheerleaders. Head coach is Tony Ancona, led by their captains Crystal Alvarado, Aisha Barry, and Sydney Gately. Also on the squad is Ariel Alessis, Kia Kays, Nicole Charles, Sarah Foster, Zorana Hunter, Felicia Job, and Jessica Sannon and Evelyn Azaria. We will have two of the seniors on the squad for a halftime interview, along with the assistant coach, Rocco Soletto, during the halftime break. Timeout is over. It is Rafat, Dogan, Pham, Gutierrez, and Erica James for Brooklyn. You have Morrison, Craig, Ramos, Lang, and Compar. Check that, not Compar. Myers in for CCNY. And Ramos picks it up and stolen by Dogan. Dogan gonna bring the ball up. Oh, she almost lost the dribble, but she gets it back, gets it over to Pham. Pham's gonna bring it back top of the key. Erica James spots, swings it over to Gutierrez into the paint, puts it up and in. Gutierrez makes the basket. So now it's over to Myers, Myers to Lang, Lang to Dorson, Borson back to Ramos. Ramos shoots the three and good. Ramos knocks down her second three-pointer. And timeout called by Brooklyn College. A 30-second timeout. They're up 34-12. Ramos spotted up and knocked down the three from the top of the key. Six minutes, 31 seconds left to go in the half. Ball is inbound to Pham. Pham gets it over to Dogan. Dogan steps back three. No good. Rebounded by Pham. Puts it up and in. Offensive rebound by Nancy Pham. And she puts the ball back in the basket. So now over to Marcin. Marcin's got to get it over and throws it out of bounds. Turnover. Bulldog basketball. 6:06 left to go in the half. Gutierrez gets it into Pham. Pham's going to bring the ball up, top of the key. Swings it over to Gutierrez. Gutierrez back to Pham. Over into the corner to Rafat. For three, no good. Ooh, fouled by Gutierrez on Lang. Went up and got the rebound. And that's going to be Gutierrez first and the team's first. So Marcin the inbound. Gets it in to 32, Myers. I'm sorry, Mays. Now Morrison crosses half court, gets it over to Mays. Mays gets it over to Ramos. Ramos back top of the key to Morrison. Over to Compar. Compar. And she traveled. So it's going to be turnover again for CCNY. And Brooklyn College ball, as checking in for Compar is number 1, Leandra Craig. Fam's going to bring the ball at 5.5 left to go in the half. Erica James swings it all the way over to Gutierrez. Gutierrez spots it up, giving it to Fam, top of the key. Over to Erica James on the right wing, shoots the 3. Oh, rimmed in and out and rebounded by Gutierrez. Gutierrez cross court to Erica James. Erica James over to Fam. Fam into the paint, swings it down low to Rafat. Gets the rebound. Oh, she almost had the rebound and stepped out. Rafat missed the opening layup. And hold on as Gianna Gotti, Dasha Goodman, and Sarah James come in for Rafat, Dogan, and Gutierrez. So 5:13 left to go in the half. Ball is inbounded to Mays. Mays back to Morrison. Brooklyn College in the press. Gets it over to Craig. Craig swings it over to Ramos. Ramos, top of the key to Morrison for 3. No good. Rebounded by Fam, and she is fouled. That was Leona Craig, number 1. That's her second, the team's second. 36-12, Brooklyn College up, 4:56 left to go in the half. Gotti brings the ball up, pass half court, swings it over to Fam. Fam looking, Erica James slots the 3, no good, rebounded, and we got a jump ball, possession arrow, Beavers. As Erica James is 1 of 5 trying to break her shooting slump from the Hunter game. So the ball is into Ramos, gets it over to Morrison. Morrison over to Mays. Mays back to Morrison. Morrison gets it into Ramos. Ramos over to Craig. Craig back to Morrison. Morrison guarded by Gotti, over to Mays. Mays on the right side. Picks it up, gets it to Craig. Craig into Lang. Lang goes baseline, puts up the shot, no good, but fouled by Sarah James. That's her first, the team's second. So going to the line to shoot 2 is Monet Lang.
Monet leading on the line, 2 shots.
Misses the first one off the back rim. Misses the second and rebounded by Dasha Goodman. Gets it over to Gotti. Gotti cross it over. Erica James for 3. No good. Rebounded by Goodman. Puts it back up. No good. And rebound is off of Lang's foot and stayed Brooklyn College ball. So Erica James now 1 for 6. Dasha Goodman has 2 offensive rebounds of her 4. So Gotti to inbound the ball. Gets it into Fam. Fam swings all the way over to James. And stolen by Ramos. Ramos now gets it over to Morrison. Morrison spots up the jumper, and good. That's a 2-pointer. As Gotti over to Fam. Fam goes baseline. Back over to Erica James. She shoots. No good. Rebounded by Lang. And stolen by Gotti. Puts it up, no good, got her own rebound, puts it up again and in. Gianna Gotti, and she has tied her steal mark from last year with 130. Mays gets it, gets around the defense, baseline, puts it up, no good, fouled by Sarah James. Her second, team's third. 3:16 left to go in the half. So Mays misses the first one. One more shot coming. And knocks it down. So Gotti's going to bring the ball up on the far right side. Now on the wing, gets a ball screen, swings over to Erica James. She shoots, and she knocks it down. Erica James finds the stroke, and it's a three-pointer. Brooklyn College up 41-15, 2:50 left to go in the half. Morrison gets it over to Lang. Lang over to Ramos. Ramos puts it up and in. Nice offensive play there by CCNY. Brooklyn College quickly gets the ball up. Oh! And it's going to be a backcourt violation and a turnover for the Bulldogs. Coming in for Brooklyn will be Diaz and Castellano for Sarah James and Nancy Pham. So front court is Diaz and Gotti, back court is Goodman, Sarah James, and Castellano. Ball taken by Ramos. Ramos turns it around, gets it over to Morrison. Morrison goes to Lang. Lang swings over to Mays. Mays baseline, puts up the shot. Ooh, no good. Rebounded by Lang, puts it back up, but we got a foul right here, and that's going to be on Dasha Goodman. That's her first, the team's fourth. One more foul for Brooklyn, and they put CCNY in the single bonus. Ball is inbounded and stolen. Up, nope, it's going to be stepped out before it was stolen. And Brooklyn College will have the ball. As number 12, Compar, comes back in. She comes in for Craig. 2:19 left to go in the half. Gotti bringing the ball up, gets it over to Castellano, over to Diaz. Diaz brings the ball back to top of the key, and stolen, but back by Diaz, and Diaz double dribbled as she put her hands on her head, saying, oh, I messed that up. And now Craig is going to come back in for Compar. Ball inbounded to Mays. Mays back to Morrison. Morrison gets around, gets it over to Ramos. Ramos in the corner, swings it back over to Morrison on the right side. Gets a ball screen, puts up the shot, no good, rebounded by Gotti. Gotti quickly gets it up court, into the paint, scoop shot, no good, rebounded by Diaz. Diaz gets it back to Gotti. Gotti pump fakes, puts up the shot, high off the glass, no good, rebounded, and a foul is going to be called on number 31. That is Miss Castellano. That's her first and the team's fifth, so CCNY will be in the bonus. So why are they going? Yes, that's why they're in the bonus, so she's going right to the foul line. 1:34 left to go in the half as Compar comes back in for Craig.
On the line receiving number 33, Monet Ling. She has 2 shots.
First shot is good by Miss Lang. And she knocks down both free throws as full timeout called by Brooklyn. With 1:38 left to go in the half, Brooklyn College 41, CCNY 19. "20 minutes following this game, it will be the men Bulldogs against the Beavers. And I'll have that call for you too, right here on YouTube.com Brooklyn College Bulldogs. Full timeout is just about over. So Brooklyn College inbound the ball. Dasha Goodman gets it into Sandra Diaz. Diaz brings it up, swings it over to Sarah James. Into Gotti, back to Diaz. Diaz foul line jumper, no good, long, and rebounded, taken away by Mays. Good, strong rebound by Mays. Gets it over to Morrison. Morrison guarded by Diaz. Top of the key, now on the right side, gets a ball screen. Swings it back over to Lang. Lang puts it up, no good. Right into the hands of Goodman. Goodman swings it over to Gotti. Gotti over to Castellano, layup. Oh, no good, but we got a foul on Sarah James. And that's going to be her third foul. That's going to be the 16th foul against Brooklyn. As going to the line is number 2, Ramos. 5'4" freshman from Brooklyn Collaborative High School. And she's a freshman. Young team for CCNY trying to build their program back up. As she knocks down the first free throw. Puts up the second and knocks both of them down. So Brooklyn College lead is 20. Diaz under a minute to go in the half. Cross court to Goodman. Goodman back to Diaz. Shoots the three. Air ball and not going to get a rebound as it's going to go over to CCNY. And Craig comes in for Compar. 46.8 seconds left to go in the half. 41-21. Balls inbound to Mays. Back to Morrison. Morrison brings on the right side. Gets over to Lang. Lang over to Craig. Craig, baseline, puts it up. No good. Rebounded by Goodman. Goodman brings the ball up. Gets it over to Gotti and gets the layup. So the shot clock is off. 24 seconds. Over to Ramos. Ramos, she traveled. And she knew it as she turned right around and gave the ball to the official. And Compar's going to come back in for Craig. So 19 seconds left to go in the half. So Goodman gets the ball in to Diaz. Diaz gets into the paint to Dasha Goodman. No good on the three. And going to go out of bounds. And with 7.8 seconds left to go, the Beavers get the ball. And this is going to be that rotation for Compar and Craig. They're going to keep coming in and out for each other as Craig is back in the game. Ramos now has it over to Craig. Over to Morrison. Morrison spots up the three. Bank shot, no good. Rebounded. And that's the end of the first half. Brooklyn College 43 and the Beavers 21. So Brooklyn College outscored CCNY 20-15. And we will have the first half stats and the seniors from the Brooklyn College cheerleaders coming up for an interview. And as you see, the Brooklyn College cheerleaders here at the West Quad Gymnasium cheering on the Brooklyn College women's basketball team.
Sarah.
We're here at halftime at the West Quad Gymnasium. The score is Brooklyn College 43, CCNY 21, and I am here with two seniors from the Brooklyn College cheerleaders. Ladies, introduce yourselves.
Hi, my name is Sarah, and I am a senior at the Brooklyn College cheer team.
Hi, my name is Yule, and I'm a senior of Brooklyn College cheer team.
And I just wanted to say that a lot of people don't appreciate that you guys are actually athletes and you are a sport. So tell me how it feels to be here cheering on all the teams here at Brooklyn College.
It feels amazing because we've worked hard this season to practice and be able to be there for the guys and just cheer them on and let them know that we support them and all the other teams as well.
We get so much energy on the games, on the practice. We have so much things that we're doing. It's so hard to be a cheerleader because you need to have very
Yeah,
like
we're
you need to have
stunting, we're
some- yes.
flipping, we're jumping, and it is a sport. So I hope that we all get the recognition that we need.
Well, that's why I want to make sure that you guys got the recognition that you do deserve because you're out here every game, you practice hard. You actually were in competition a couple of years ago before COVID. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes, I wasn't a part of the team then, but the girls did great in the competition, and I wish was a part of it. But another time I'll come to support the future generations.
And did you guys cheerlead in high school and then you came here, or this is the first time cheerleading?
I was a cheerleader in high school. Yes, I did that for 4 years, and then I haven't done it in college yet until this year. So I was like, it's my last year in college. I'm gonna do what I love doing. I'm gonna go cheerleading.
All right.
Yeah,
What about
I
you?
was in high school, so I was in cheerleader for 5 years, and before the high school, and I came here because of the COVID program was closed. Unfortunately, that's why it's open only from this year, and that's why we're not competing this year. But we will come to support our team in next years.
And last question, what legacy are you leaving here as seniors for the underclassmen that are here on the team?
I would say that I'm leaving a positive environment for the girls to be able to we talk to each other about everything. If we have a problem, we come to each other. We're just always there for each other. So I hope they continue being this way, as a family.
And you?
Yeah, our team is like a family. We have dinners. We have if someone have injuries on the practice, or if we have a good time or free time, even during our breaks in the classes, we can meet. We're like a family.
Oh, well, you are part of the family. You're part of the Brooklyn College family. And just a note, when I was here some years ago, I was actually on the cheerleading squad.
Oh, really?
Yes, I was one, holding you guys up and making sure you don't drop.
Oh, I love that. We need more men on the cheerleading team.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
we
they
need
need
men in
to
here.
to recruit them.
Yes, of course.
Most
Hopefully.
definitely. So
Come to the team.
yes. So two of the seniors here for the Brooklyn College cheerleading team, they are athletes. They do participate, and they are here showing their team spirit and their team support. You've been listening to Brooklyn College Bulldog Basketball on YouTube.com. I'm Pat Brown saying stay tuned for the interview with assistant coach Rocco Stiletto. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's go,
Thank you.
Bulldogs.
Woo, get tough.
Watch your hair.
Thank you.
All right. Oh, there we go. All right. Thank you, ladies. Let the other seniors know that We are back here with assistant coach Rocco Soletto. Coach, a very good opening first half for you guys. The bench came in, did a good job. What are you seeing from them, and what are you looking forward to in the second half?
Well, I didn't think we played that well actually in the first half. I mean, defensively, I think we were a little slow, a little lazy. We weren't covering the passing lanes. Offensively, we could get better shots. I think we're forcing up a couple too many, shots that for lack of moving the ball around a little bit. I think those are things we have to clean up a little bit. Got to be a little more aggressive on the defensive end and get a little better shots on the offensive end.
Well, you're shooting right now 35% from the field, 18 for 51, and 3 for 15 from the three-point line. So I'm sure you want to improve those percentages. And
second quarter we didn't shoot too well.
yeah,
9 for 30.
17 turnovers and only 6 for you guys. So on that end, you're doing pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, I think we could force more turnovers. So we're going to kind of turn it up a little bit more. We also like to do better on the boards. We only got a +5 at the half, so that's always our goal, is to try to out-rebound the other teams. You always have a good chance of winning the game in those cases.
And speaking of that, even though they have a small bench, what is the mindset of the ladies on the team, being that they see that they are more athletic than they are, but is it mindset-wise or athleticism-wise that you want them to concentrate on more in the second half?
I mean, it's mindset. You got to play aggressive. We got a full bench. We sub regularly, so we always have fresh bodies there. So when you're in the game, we're telling them you got to give 100%. Once you get tired, we'll pull you out. We'll put somebody else in. So you got to give 100% when you're on the floor.
All right. Well, thank you, Coach, for your time.
Thanks, Pat.
And good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
That was assistant coach Rocco Soletto. Stay tuned. In about 3 minutes, we will have the start of the second half. Brooklyn College Bulldog basketball on YouTube.com. I'm Pat Brown. Stay tuned. guarded by Gotti. Picked up the dribble, gets it over to Lang. Lang into the paint, puts it up and in! She beat the double team and put the ball in the basket. Spot up for Erica James for three! Erica James has found the stroke here in the second half. It's now 50-23. 8:05 left to go in the third. Ramos brings the ball up, guarded by Erica James. And stolen by Erica James. Erica James now going for the layup, puts it up and in. Now ball's into Craig. Craig's bringing the ball up on the left side, guarded by Nancy Pham. Gets over to Morrison at the top of the key, just inside the half-court line, guarded by Gotti. And we got a screen as Ramos gets it back to Morrison. Morrison, no good on the three, rebounded by Gotti. Gotti's going to bring the ball up, gets it over to Dasha Goodman, but it's stolen by Craig. Craig's going to bring the ball up, gets over to Ramos. Ramos to Lang. Lang puts it up and in. So they benefit on the turnover for Brooklyn College and put the ball in the basket. And it's now 52-25, 7:22 left to go in this third quarter. CCNY charge timeout. To remind you, ladies and gentlemen, that are listening, thank you for tuning in. And at 25 minutes following the conclusion of the women's game, it will be the men Bulldogs taking on the CCNY Beavers. The men are 3-10 in the conference, and CCNY is 9-3. But Brooklyn College has just broken their 8-game losing streak. They just beat Hunter 99-83. CCNY has gone 2-3 in their last 5 games after starting the season undefeated. And they lost to York this past Wednesday. So Gotti's going to bring the ball up. Crossing half court, she has Nancy Pham to her left, which she passes the ball to. Into the corner, Erica James for three, no good. Rebounded by Dasha Goodman. Oh, and off the knee and out of bounds as she tried to corral the rebound. And into the game is Mays for Ramos. So Morrison brings the ball up, pass half court, guarded by Gotti. Over to Craig. Craig puts it up, and no good. And offensive rebound, but taken away by Erica James. Erica James brings the ball up, swings it over to Gotti. Gotti back to Goodman. Goodman over to Pham. Pham over to Erica James for three. No good. Rebounded by Gotti. Gotti puts it up, and they say offensive foul on Gianna Gotti. That's going to be her first foul, the team's first. 6:40 left to go in this third quarter. 52-25 is the score. Craig gets the ball back to Morrison. Morrison brings the ball up, pass half court. Over to Mays. Mays into Morrison. Morrison got the ball knocked out by Gotti, so it's going to stay Beaver basketball. 20 on the shot clock. Morrison gets the ball, inbounds it to Craig. Craig back to Morrison. Morrison pulls it, pulls back out, guarded by Gotti, into the paint, and stolen over to Nancy Pham. Nancy Pham over to Erica James, puts it up and in. All the way over to Morrison. Morrison now on the left side. Takes off the dribble, shoots the shot, and knocks it down right in front of Nancy Pham. So now it's Sarah James, over to Erica James, over to Gotti. Gotti shoots the three, no good, long rebound, and Lang lets it go out of bounds. So Brooklyn College will turn it over, and now Ramos comes in for Compar for the Beavers. Morrison brings the ball up. Swings it over to Ramos. Ramos on the right wing. directing traffic, gets it over to Morrison. Morrison down to Lang. Lang got the ball stripped from behind over to Dasha Goodman. Dasha Goodman goes, Dasha Goodman ran into number 2, Ramos, who tried to get the charge, but she didn't get her feet set. So that's going to be a foul on number 2, Ramos. That's going to be her second, the team's first. Gotti to inbound the ball, gets it over to Erica James, shoots the 3, no good, rebounded by Gotti. Gotti gets it over to Goodman. Goodman back to Gotti. Gotti on the right side, pulls it back, swings over to Goodman. Goodman now spots up the 3 and knocks it down. Dasha Goodman from deep. It's now a 30-point lead with 5 minutes left to go in the third. Ramos. Oh, nice move, but blocked by Nancy Pham. Nancy Pham over to Erica James, lays it up and in. Nancy Pham now is stolen by Gotti with 131st steal. Over to Erica James, shoots up the 12-footer, no good. Rebounded by Lang. Lang gets it over to Mays. Mays stolen. Now, are they going to call a foul on Gotti or are they going to call a foul on Mays? It's going to be on Mays after Gotti got the steal. That's her first, the team's second. And wholesale changes for Brooklyn College. Aaliyah Rafat, Mary Dogan, Sandra Diaz, Brianna Gutierrez, and Cheyenne Castellano. And Brooklyn College is going to inbound the ball as it's going to be Gutierrez. Hold on, as Kampar comes in for number 32, Mays. Inbound to Diaz. 4:25 left to go in the third quarter, 59-27 to score. Now Gutierrez has it on the left side. Gets it into Rafat, over to Dogan. Dogan puts it up, no good. Rebound by Gutierrez. Gets it into Rafat. Rafat puts it up and in! A nice assist there by Gutierrez to Rafat. Now it's Morrison. Takes Diaz off the dribble, over to Kampar. Kampar puts it up, no good. Rebound by Gutierrez. Gutierrez over to Diaz. Diaz pulls it back out, top of the key now. Calls the play out, over to Gutierrez on the right. Gets it to Cheyenne Castellano, top of the key. Gets it over to Rafat. Rafat turns around, gets it over to Gutierrez. Gutierrez down to Rafat. Rafat back over to Gutierrez. Over to Dogan. Dogan shoots, no good. Rebounded by Lang. Lang gets it across to Morrison. Morrison over to Ramos. Ramos pulls it back out to the top of the key. Swings it over to Mays. Mays over to Morrison. Morrison on the left side. Shoots up the 3. No good. And rebounded by Gutierrez. Gutierrez got the ball stolen by Morrison and lays it up and in. So Miss Morrison picked the pocket and put the ball in the basket. 2:50 left to go in the third quarter. Diaz swings it over to Gutierrez. Gutierrez back to Diaz, top of the key, into Dogan. Dogan turns around, shoots, no good. Rebound by Gutierrez, puts it up, no good. Rebounded by Dogan, no good. And knocked out of bounds by CCNY. Brooklyn College exerting their dominance on the boards with offensive rebounds. As Diaz puts it up, oh, no good, and we got a foul. And a foul on 33, Lang, that's her second, the team's third. So Gutierrez to inbound the ball underneath the basket. Just waiting for them. Now the official gets the ball, gets it into Rafat. Rafat puts it up off the glass, no good, but fouled by number 12, Kampar. That's going to be her third, the team's fourth. So one more foul committed by CCNY in the quarter. That will put Brooklyn College in the single bonus. So Aaliyah Rafat gets the ball, shoots the first free throw. It's good. Gets the ball for the second free throw. Puts it up and does not get it as it rebounded by Campar. Campar over to Morrison. Morrison guarded by Diaz. Gets a ball screen. Gets it over to Lang. Lang shoots a foul line jumper. No good. Rebounded by Diaz strongly. Diaz brings the ball up top of the key over to Gutierrez. Gutierrez into the paint. Swings it over to Castellano. She shoots and no good. Ooh! Aaliyah Rafat fell hard on the back of her head. I hope she is okay, as Brooklyn College did get the rebound, as they just stopped play because of the hardness of the fall from Aaliyah Rafat. She looks to be okay, and Brooklyn College is going to get the basketball. 18 seconds on the shot clock, 2 minutes, 6 seconds left to go in the third. So Gutierrez is going to inbound the ball. Ball inbounded to Mary Dogan. Dogan to Diaz. Diaz over to Rafat. Rafat shoots the three. No good. Follow the shot. And it's Castellano with the rebound. Dogan over to Gutierrez. Gutierrez goes baseline. And she carried. So coming in is Craig for Campar for the Beavers. So is Ramos, gets it over to Craig. Craig holds, now dribbles into the paint. Lost the dribble, but got it to Ramos. Ramos swings it over to Morrison. Morrison spots and shot by Craig, but it's rebounded by Gutierrez. Gutierrez, and it was off a foot, and now Lang gets it. Swings it up to Ramos. Ramos on the wing, on the right side. In the Lang. Lang over to Craig. Craig to Ramos. Ramos down to Lang. Lang puts it up. No good. And saved by Mays. Over to Morrison for three. It's good. Morrison knocks down the three. She's the lead scorer for CCNY. 62-32, under a minute to go in the third. Diaz to Dogan. Dogan turns around into the paint, puts up the shot and in! What a hook shot there by Mary Dogan. She has 9 points. 11-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. 20 seconds left on the shot clock. Morrison has it on the right side. Now at the top of the key. 15 on the shot clock. Into the paint. And she's fouled. And I think that's going to be on 31, Castellano. And I am correct. That's her second. The team's second. As going to the line to shoot two is number 5, Keisha Morrison. Misses the first free throw. Morrison has 12 points on the evening. Puts up the second and knocks it down. So the shot clock is off. 25.9 seconds left to go as Campar comes in for Mays. And now Diaz is going to bring the ball up. Gets it over to Castellano, over to Gutierrez. Gutierrez gets it over to Castellano. 10 on the shot clock. Castellano into the corner. Rafat for three. No good. And rebounded by Craig. Gets it over to Morrison. 4, 3, 2, 1. Puts it up. No good, but a foul at the end of the quarter as she's going to go to the line to shoot two. Foul is on number 4, Sandra Diaz. That's going to be her third. Oh, nope, they called it on Gutierrez. That's her second. So Diaz still has 2 fouls. But Morrison goes to the line to shoot 2. No seconds on the shot clock, as this will be the last act of the third quarter. Morrison gets it, shoots up the first one, and it's good. Gets the ball, puts up the second one, and doesn't get the roll, and that's the end of the quarter as Dogan got the rebound. So it's 64-34. Brooklyn College up by 30. Brooklyn College outscored CCNY 21-13 in that third quarter. So we're 10 minutes left to go in the ball game. Brooklyn College has a commanding lead, and they are, barring a miraculous collapse, they will stay undefeated in CUNYAC at 13-0. The next game will be senior night here on this upcoming Tuesday, the 14th, Valentine's Day. We got a Valentine's Day double here on the West Quad Gymnasium for senior night, as Brooklyn College will be taking on the York College Cardinals. We will have a treat for you, because not only will we have interviews from the seniors, we will have interviews from the seniors on the cheerleading squad, and the head coach of the York men's Cardinals is a former Brooklyn College basketball champion, and he will be here because he has to be here because he's the head coach, but we will have him on the broadcast talking about his time here at Brooklyn College. All right, we're going to start the fourth quarter as CCNY will start with the ball. It will be Leandra Craig, Jocelyn Ramos, Keisha Morrison, Monet Lang, and number 12, Renaldine Campar. As the ball was knocked out of bounds by Brooklyn College, and it's going to stay CCNY basketball. And the ball is inbound to Morrison. Morrison on the right side, guarded by Gotti, puts up, high off the glass, no good, rebounded by 15, Dogan. Dogan has 7 rebounds. Gotti swings it all the way over into the corner to Rafat. Rafat shoots and rattles home the 3. That's her first 3-pointer. And Brooklyn College extends the lead. 9:30 left to go in the game. They called it a 2-pointer. They say her foot was on the line. So Morrison on the right side gets over to Ramos. Ramos guarded by Pham. Now gets around her, pulls it back out. Morris top of the key. 8 on the shot clock. Over to Ramos. Ramos, 5 on the shot clock. 3 on the shot clock, and it's stolen as she's bounced, as she hit Gotti as she was running up the court. And that's going to be a foul on Ramos. That's her third, the team's first, and Brooklyn College will have the ball. It was going to be almost a shot clock violation if she didn't put up the shot. So Gotti's going to bring the ball up. Over to Nancy Pham. Nancy Pham shoots the 3. No good. Rebound by Ramos. Ramos brings the ball up. Guarded by Gotti. Over to Morrison. Morrison on the right side. She walks it into Lang. Lang goes baseline. Puts it up off the glass. No good. Rebound by Mary Dogan. That's her 8th rebound. Over to Rafat. Rafat, easy basket as Gotti got the assist. (68-33) with 8:25 left to go in the game. As Morrison And it's taken right out of her hands by Gotti. But now Craig said, I'm going to do the same thing. Took the ball away, got it over to Lang. Lang puts it up off the glass, no good, but the foul on Mary Dogan. That's her first, the team's first. So Gianna Gotti has surpassed her steals mark from 2021. She had 130. Now she has 132 on the season. Sarah James comes in for Brooklyn College. Dasha Goodman comes in for Brooklyn College, and Erica James comes in for Brooklyn College. As Lang is going to shoot 2. And she front rims the first one. And knocks down the second one. So Lang knocks down the free throw as Gotti's going to bring the ball up, top the key, pulls it back, gets over to Pham. Pham on the left, gets over to Gotti. Gotti into the paint, swings over to Erica James, pulls up, shoots, and does not get the roll, but Dasha Goodman got the rebound, swings it all the way back to Dasha Goodman, over into Pham on the corner. She walks it back out, top the key to Goodman. Goodman under the basket to Sarah James. Sarah James turns it up, puts up the shot, no good. Rebounded by number 1, Craig. Craig pulls it back, guarded by Pham, and throws the ball, stolen by Gotti. Gotti is going to be fouled by number 33, Lang, and that's going to be her third foul, the team's second, as Gotti should be going to the line to shoot 2. Gotti, who has 17 points on the night, misses the first one. Maybe I should have said nothing. 7:35 left to go in the game. 68-35 is the score. Brooklyn College up. Gotti knocks down the second free throw. So Gotti has 18 points on the night. Marson swings it over and throws it out of bounds, intended for Craig. Coach Eddie said, no, you got to make a better pass than that. As Gotti's going to bring the ball up, and she's calling a number as telling Pham to go to the left side of the court, which he does. Pham brings it back out over to Sarah James. Sarah James all the way over to Erica James. Erica James shoots the 3, no good. Rebounded by Craig. Craig over to Marson. Marson pulls up the jumper, no good. Rebounded by Gotti. Gotti ahead, swings it over. Erica James, she shoots another 3, no good. Rebound by Dasha Goodman under the basket, over to Sarah James. Sarah James back to her sister Erica, shoots another shot, and knocks it down. 3-pointer. So assist from her sister Sarah as Erica James knocks down the 3. It's 69-38 with 6:40 left to go in the game. You're listening to Brooklyn College Bulldog Basketball on YouTube.com. I am Pat Brown. The men's game will be 25 minutes after this game. And after this game, we will have, hopefully, the players of the game and the head coach for the women's team, along with the end of the game stats. Brooklyn College is on the court, just waiting for CCNY to break their huddle. Gotti, Pham, Goodman, Erica, and Sarah James for Brooklyn. Ramos, Morrison, Craig, Lang, and Kampar. Check that. That is Douglas for CCNY. as Morrison brings the ball up. On the right side, swings it into Lang. Lang into the corner to Craig for three. No good. Rebounded by Erica James. Erica James brings the ball up, gets it over to Gotti. Gotti splits, swings it over to Pham. Pham shoots the three. No good. Rebounded by Dasha Goodman. And Gotti missed the shot as it was rebounded by Lang. Gets it over to Morrison, top of the key. 20 seconds on the shot clock, 6 minutes left to go in the game. Morrison over to, that's going to be a backcourt unless Gotti gets it. It doesn't matter because if Gotti didn't get to it, it's going to be a backcourt violation anyway as Cheyenne Castellano and Sandra Diaz come in for Pham and Gotti. 72-35 is the score as Erica James gets the ball to bring it inbound. Gets it inbound to Sandra Diaz. Diaz, foul line, over into the corner to Castellano. Back to Diaz. Diaz over to Goodman. Goodman, ball fakes on the dribble. Turns around, swings it over to Erica. Erica shoots and knocks it down. Oh no, it was off the front of the rim and off as it was rebounded by Morrison. Morrison brings the ball up on the left side. 20 on the shot clock. 5.5 left to go in the game. Over to Craig. Craig over to Ramos. Ramos back to the top of the key. Back over to Morrison. Morrison shoots the three from deep. No good. Rebounded by Sarah James over to Diaz. And a three-point from Erica. It is good. That's her 5th three-pointer. She has 23 points on the night. And we got a timeout called, 30-second timeout called by the Beavers as Mary Dogan's going to come in for Brooklyn. 75-35 is the score. 5:01 left to go in the game. So timeout is over. The James sisters with Mary Dogan in the backcourt. The backcourt, and in the front court is Castellano and Diaz, as the Beavers will have the basketball. As number 1, Craig will be inbounding the ball. Ball inbounded to Ramos. Ramos over to Morrison. Morrison holds, dribbles, swings it over to Lang. Lang puts it up off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Castellano. Castellano gets it to Diaz. Over to Castellano, spots up the three. Oh, did not get it and rebounded. Nope, it's going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow stays Brooklyn College. Castellano's three-pointer just rolled in and out right at the last moment. And Diaz to inbound the ball, gets it into Sarah James, swings it all the way over to Erica. 4-3, it's good. That's the 6th three-pointer for Erica James. She's the leading scorer on the night. Over to Morrison. Morrison now looking into Lang. Lang holds, swings it all the way over to Mays. Mays, hounded by Diaz, gets it over to Morrison. Morrison holding with 12 seconds on the shot clock. And lost it. And stolen by Diaz, gets it over to Castellano. Castellano now breaking. 3-on-2. Castellano, not a good decision there by Castellano. She was a little bit out of control, and coming back to get it was Mays. She gets it over to Craig, who gets it over to Ramos. Ramos swings it over to Morrison on the left side, on the wing. Gets a ball screen, swings it over to Ramos. Ramos into the paint, over to Craig. Craig shoots, and no good. And fighting for the rebound, and taken by Craig. Craig gets it back over to Morrison, reset the shot clock, now it's at 15. Morrison dribbling around, 10 on the shot clock, gets it over to Mays. Mays back to Morrison. Morrison shoots the three. No good. Rebounded by Sarah James. Sarah James gets it over to Diaz. Castellano to Erica. Erica goes baseline, but she traveled before she made a move. 3:14 left to go in the game. Timeout called by the Beavers, a full timeout. 78-35 is the score. Brooklyn College going to stay unbeaten in the CUNYAC. They'll go to 13-0 with one game left to go in the regular season. They have already clinched the regular season championship. They have already clinched the first round bye in the playoffs. They go automatically to the semifinals, which will be played at the Nat Holman Gymnasium on the home court of the CCNY Beavers. Want to give another shout out to the Brooklyn College Bulldog cheerleaders who are behind the score table. Tony Ancona is the head coach. The captains are Crystal Alvarado, Aisha Barry, and Sydney Gately, followed by Ariel Alisis, Kia Kays, Nicole Charles, Sarah Forso, you heard from at halftime, Zorana Hunter, Felicia Job, Jessica Sannon, and Evelyn Azaria, we also heard at halftime. A lot of people don't know that cheerleading is a collegiate sport. And if you look at the stats of injuries in the collegiate sports, the number one sport that has the most injuries are the cheerleaders, male and female. Look it up. Google it. I am correct. So 3:14 left to go in the game. CCNY will have the ball. Diaz and Castellano in the front court for Brooklyn. In the back court is Pham, Sarah James, and Mary Dogan. For the Beavers, it is Leandra Craig, who's passing it to Jocelyn Ramos, along with Raldine Kampar, Monet Lang, and Keisha Morrison. Lang shoots the shot. No good. Rebounded by Sarah James. And she's going to dribble, gets it over to Diaz. Diaz into the baseline. It's going to be a foul committed by, let's see, he calls it on. I think that's number 12, Kampar. That's her fourth and the team's third. Diaz to inbound, gets it into the corner. Castellano does not get the roll, but Sarah James gets the offensive rebound. Brooklyn College has dominated the offensive rebounds as Mary Dogan shoots the three, no good, and another offensive rebound. Castellano tipped that back into the hands of Sarah James. Over to Diaz. Diaz to Dogan. Dogan into the corner. Castellano, she shoots. No good. Rebounded this time by Ramos. Ramos gets it over to Morrison. She shoots the three. No good. Rebounded by Diaz. Diaz gets it up to Castellano, and she puts it in. Cheyenne Castellano with the basket. 1 minute, 50 seconds left to go in the game. Swings it over to Morrison. Morrison back over to Ramos. Ramos dribbles, guarded by Diaz. On the right side, shoots the shot, banks it, no good. Rebounded again by Sarah James. Sarah James gets it over to Nancy Pham, who walks it up. 1.5 minutes left to go in the game. Over to Diaz. Diaz top the key to Castellano. Over to Sarah James. Sarah James holds, swings it all the way over to Dogan. Dogan shoots, and no good. Rebound by Castellano, but nope, they're going to say she's over the back and a foul. That's her third, team's second. So with a minute, 20 seconds left to go in the game, Ramos brings the ball up, swings it over to Morrison. Morrison into Lang. Lang over to Craig. Craig baseline, puts it up, off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Castellano. Gets it over to Diaz. And under a minute, Diaz puts it up, no good, and a foul is called on number 12, Compar. And she has been DQ'd for the game. That is her fifth. And number 32, Mays, is going to come in for her. 58.9 seconds left to go in the game. Sandra Diaz on the line to shoot two. Diaz makes the first one. And knocks down the second one for Diaz. As it's going to be 50 seconds, over to Morrison. Morrison on the left side, dribbles, pulls it back, gets it over to Ramos. Ramos into the corner, and she dropped the ball. That was Mays. So 45 seconds left to go in the game. So Diaz is going to walk the ball up. 20 seconds on the shot clock as Gutierrez gets it back to Dogan. Dogan, foul line. Castellano shoots the three. No good. Rebounded by Gutierrez to Diaz, and she's going to be fouled. That was number 1, Craig. That's her third, team's fifth. They're over the limit. And Diaz is going to go to the line to shoot another 2 free throws with exactly 26 seconds left to go in the game. Diaz knocks down the first. And misses the second one, rebounded by Lang. Lang gets it over to Craig. Craig gets it over to Ramos. 15 left in the game. Back to Morrison. 10 seconds left to go game. Morrison into the corner. Mays shoots the three. No good. Rebounded by Craig. Over to Lang. Lang shoots. And no good. Rebounded by Dogan. And that is going to be the end of the ball game. Brooklyn College 83, CCNY 35. Brooklyn College held CCNY to 1 point in the fourth quarter. The final score again, 83-35. You've been listening to Brooklyn College Bulldog Basketball on YouTube.com. I am Pat Brown. And like I said, we're going to have an interview with the player of the game and the head coach of the Brooklyn College Bulldogs. As they're shaking hands, as the team will walk through the double line of the Brooklyn College cheerleaders. So again, ladies and gentlemen, in approximately 32 minutes, it will be the men Bulldogs taking on the CCNY Beavers right here at the West Quad Gymnasium. I'm awaiting the final statistics for the game and the arrival of the player of the game and the head coach. Saying good job to the Brooklyn College cheerleaders. We are here after the ball game. Brooklyn College women stay undefeated 13-0, and I am here with the player of the game, number 32, Erica James. And Erica, got to pull your microphone down so we can hear you. There we go. And Erica, first of all, phenomenal job. You came in, shot excellent, 26 points for the game. But tell me, how did you prepare mentally after the bad shooting game against Hunter to come into this game?
I just had more confidence in myself after shooting not very good last game, and I just had to keep shooting the ball because eventually they'll fall.
And fall they did. You had 6 3-pointers from deep, got the ball from a lot of contributors on the offensive glass. You guys dominated on the offensive boards. And tell me how that feels to get those second and third opportunities to score.
It feels good because everyone on our team scored, and we were very good at sharing the ball today.
And defensively, what is your guys' mindset when you come into a game? Is it just total domination? Is it just team basketball around? I know that Coach Lang wants to fuel the offense off the defense. And how do you feel as a player with that type of scheme?
I feel like we feed off the defensive end, and we always try to help the helper, and that's how we succeed.
And how important is it for you? Is it more important to stay undefeated or to win the championship 3 years in a row?
To win the championship, but staying undefeated is always good too.
All right, thank you, Erica, for a
you.
great game, 26 points. She was the leading scorer for both teams tonight, and we're going to bring in the head coach, Coach Alex Lang. How you doing, Coach?
I'm good, Pat.
Congratulations, congratulations. First of all, Miss, you guys absolutely annihilated them on the offensive glass.
Yes.
32 offensive rebounds, and that's got to be a bonus for any team.
Yeah, definitely. I was just looking at the box score. Dasha led the way with 7 offensive rebounds. Brianna, and she only played 15 minutes, had 13 rebounds from the guard position. So excellent job by Bree tonight. Sarah James had 11 rebounds as well. It was a good job. I was impressed by, Sarah had 4 assists. Nancy had 5 assists, both of them with 0 turnovers. They didn't do a lot in the scoring column, but Nancy and Sarah got after the boards and also dished out the ball very well tonight. And then, as I said, Dasha really got after the boards as well. Bree, Sandy off the bench, 7 rebounds, as well as Mary, and Sandy again from the guard position. So good all around, everybody in the team scored tonight. Everybody in the team got on the boards.
That's got to make your whole team feel good when everybody scores in the game.
Everybody contributes and gets after it. So, I know, we didn't have our best shooting night. Some of them, get upset when they're not knocking down those open jump shots. But, can't always hit those shots. You can control the other things, the effort, the rebounding, the defense. So we were able to do some of those things well tonight. So,
Are you happy with the consistency of how your team flows offensively at this point in stage? Like they always say, you want to peak toward the end of the season. Do you feel you guys are peaking at the right time?
Yeah, we're definitely playing some of our best basketball right now. It's hard to kind of see that all in a game like this because I think we outmatch them by so much. But sometimes our team kind of like we kind of know we have the advantage, so we don't really kick it into high gear. Sometimes you play your best basketball when you're playing a team that's a little bit better than you. Because you have to play that much harder just to compete with that team, as you saw maybe with like a Smith College earlier in the season when we brought it, almost were able to come back and win that game. But I think we are playing really good basketball. We've learned a lot in the last couple of months, and we have getting a lot of contributions from a lot of players now.
And being that you've already secured the regular season title, you already secured the first round bye, you're automatically going into the semifinals. How important is it for your team to now understand the importance now of not just senior night, which is a huge night on Tuesday against York, but to keep that momentum going because you're going to have a long layoff before you get to that semifinal game?
Yeah, that's going to be a challenge, obviously. It's nice to earn the bye because, if you had any like little soreness and stuff like that, you could get some time to rest and not have to play, on the weekend and then semifinal and then final, 3 games in 1 week. But it definitely is going to be a little tough to keep everybody sharp, not playing a game for 8 days. So we're obviously senior night on Tuesday. We're going to give it our best shot and hopefully, can finish out the season on a strong note going into the playoffs.
What do you look forward to on senior night? What is the biggest impact for you on senior night?
Just in general, it's just a nice thing to honor our seniors and have them have their last home, regular season game and give the speeches and the presents and all those sorts of things. And our team gets very excited for it, so it's an exciting night.
All right. Well, thank you, Coach, for your time. As always, that's head coach Alex Lang. The final score is Brooklyn College 83, CCNY 34. You've been listening to Brooklyn College Bulldog Basketball on YouTube.com. I am Pat Brown saying stay tuned. In the next 28 minutes, we'll have the men Brooklyn College Bulldogs taking on the CCNY Beavers, and we'll have the action right here at that time. So stay tuned. And thank you for tuning in. We'll be back with the start of the second part of the doubleheader.